I made it so that.
Oh, I see it. There you go.
Yep. So let's first look at their feedback, what they say. Okay.
Yeah, so the first feedback was I met with all the technical requirements. So the only problem was the markup errors. So I took I took a look at the website, the validator, and I saw all the mistakes I made and I fixed them. And when I submitted the revision, that was on this part. It was my fault because I put the permits with the old files.
Okay.
So I created a new repository for the new files. And sorry, and they told me that it wasn't approved when I already fixed all the errors.
Okay,
So
let's scroll down to that last feedback. Let's see what they
yeah,
said. So, dear Josh, you have put in a great effort and you've met all the content requirements. And then additional feedback is prior to submitting, consider going through the app a few times. With each pass, try to focus on the specific requirements, verifying that is met. Student worked hard to correct previous errors. If anything I've mentioned is unclear, please consult with your mentor. And they didn't approve it this time.
no.
And there's no way for you to reply back to them.
I can reply to revision, but I just
Yeah.
want to check out with you first to see what I did wrong.
Well, let's if we look at your project, let's just, if it's all right if we validate the HTML together, and then what we can do is, if it's all good, like we'll just resubmit and we'll just say hi. You know,
Yeah, no problem.
okay, cool.
So let's I go back to the second revision and so this was for the original one, the first one I submitted. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that link, is that link still work?
Yeah, it still works.
Oh,
So this was the first one I submitted, right? But when I send the second one, wait, sorry. Uh, so I replied back with the second one. I said I apologize. I put the fixed file with the original, so I made a new repository. I sent a new links.
mhm.
So when I send him this link, it should be good. Uh,
Maybe he looked at the old link. I wonder.
yeah, that's what I think. So that's what I think.
I
Sorry.
wonder if you should just delete that old one. That way, kind of forces them to use your great.
Yes. So I fix all the markups.
Um, I would resubmit it and just explain, uh, you know, that you've fixed all the errors, and that I don't know if you could upload a screenshot of that, if it lets you.
Okay, I'll do that.
That would be another option to kind of just like glaringly kind of point out like it's fixed. And then I would delete the old one just so it kind of forces his hand to like look at the
Oh,
new
look
one.
at that one. Got you.
Yeah.
So just delete it from here. Got you. All right.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, it doesn't is yeah, because it's meet with your mentor. There's not really like too much I can do because it looks like you've done it already. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. It says if I mentioned something unclear, just to consult with your mentor. I was like, no, you mentioned everything right. It was the only problem was just fix the errors. And I did that. So,
right.
like you said, he probably looked at the original. I should just delete the original from GitHub and just show the screenshot of what I did, and everything's fixed, and show the new link.
And then in addition to him saying like meet with your mentor, he also talked about think chat support. Are you able to access think chat support, like the little bubble on the bottom right? Does that allow?
Yeah, I thought about this too,
Okay,
but I thought I'd just check out with you first since I was gonna meet you today.
right. That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say like if like today, tomorrow you submit it and it still gets kicked back to you with, this kind of message and not passed, maybe go through the think chat route. The other thing you can do is if you go back to your dashboard and you see academic success, it says email on to the left.
Yeah, gotcha.
You could send them an email. I would do this after trying again. I mean, you could do it now too. I mean, it's just that's another avenue to go down. They're more like student support with the program, not really the technical details, but this is kind of like a communications issue, it looks like, versus a code issue. So yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that there's that other option too.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's about it. It's just the HEM. Oh, and so what I'm worried the most is just completing the JavaScript because honestly, like I haven't worked on it for a while. I
Mhm.
just, with work and everything, I just haven't been, like studying every day as I should.
Okay.
So I gotta work on with just the evaluation in the module 3. So I gotta study I have to study the next few days and make sure I'm up to date so I can be prepared for the evaluation. So I have a question. So
Yeah.
the JavaScript evaluation, like it's a project to complete, and when you finish with the project, you just have a live interview about it and what can we do to change it and stuff like that.
Yeah, they'll talk a little bit about the take home. So if you click on the take home challenge, and then if you scroll down, they'll give you some advice here about, and so you can see here like uh in the second paragraph, second sentence, it says if you have trouble completing any individual prompt within 25 minutes, you should practice by trying to solve campground reservation and inventory app challenges until you can solve them quickly and easily. So it looked like you were getting ready to solve the campgrounds app challenge. I'm not sure how have you done the inventory app yet?
No.
Okay. So those are kind of like the culmination of everything you're learning in the prep, where you're going to write like a function that takes in some data and you're going to run a loop over the data. And then you're going to have comparisons inside the loop or conditionals. And based on that, you're going to return some sort of new organized piece of data based on what the question's asking. And that's kind of like what you'll see in the tech evaluation. In the take home and in the live interview, it'll be both like a similar problem as to that. They might have it framed differently, like maybe like students and their scores. Inventory is a popular one, campgrounds is a popular one to ask. They just might change it up a little bit. So yeah, where it says here, take home challenge, the first part of the evaluation, you'll complete the JavaScript challenge using 2 data sets. So you'll work with objects, loops, arrays, and the accumulator pattern. So that's something they go over during the course, and we can practice here during our sessions. So you'll complete these problems on your own. There's no limit for the completion. So this is all take home. You just want to kind of time yourself, but it looks like they're giving you about 3.5 hours. And then the live interview, which is going to be timed, it's going to be 60 minutes. And it'll give you problems to solve that are similar to the ones that you saw in the take home component of the evaluation. And down below, they give a little bit more about the take home. So they're kind of trying to keep reinforcing everything that you're learning. You know, they're not trying to kind of like diverge very far from what you're learning. They just want to kind of have you kind of continue to build over and over with repetition on the fundamentals. And that way you have a good foundation for when you actually enter the course. But
Okay. All right.
they'll be unqualified. So you've probably already had some practice with qualified, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, I have the qualified.
It's just kind of like that test taking environment. It's like a
Like the end of the modules. Like this is
yeah,
qualified.
it like
Gotcha.
emulates a node environment. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we could work on the campsite thing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Complete this essay.
Yeah, there's qualified. Yeah. Oh, okay, so you're already in here working on challenges.
Yeah. I forgot. This was a while ago. It was like a couple weeks ago. I forgot everything about this.
I would first go to the instructions tab. So writing a function, that's number one. And then we're given an array of objects, which are campground objects. And it says if all sites are filled to max, if all sites are filled to maximum capacity, call the function campground capacity campgrounds. So our data looks like object is so it should return the campground's capacity should return 24 if the campgrounds array is used. 16, 12, 16, 20, 24. So I think, how do you think they're coming up with the number 24?
So they're just adding all the numbers together for the number
Yeah,
for each party size.
for party size, yeah. Number, I think, is just like the site number, kind of like an
Oh yeah,
address,
gotcha. Hmm.
ID. Yeah. And then party size is like 8 plus 4 is 12, plus another 4 is 16, plus another 4 is 20, plus the last 4 is 24.
Yeah, so it's with Sarah doesn't mean like it's true. It's a true or false statement. So
Yeah.
so if it's false, that means it's not included, right? Or
Yeah. Yeah. The total, I think for I think for this one, they just want you to add up the total number of party size.
okay.
So if we scroll down a little bit more, is there anything left to that problem? Oh, that's it.
No, that's it. Yeah.
And if we go to like web preview, is there anything there? That next tab. Yeah. I'm not really sure why you're getting this error. So if we go over to, if you open up the SRC file, the SRC
Gotcha.
and then solution. So I think you have the right pattern here. Write a function called campsite count I think what we want to do is